Greetings. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. My name is Amir Bemji. If you have watched any of my prior videos, then one thing you know about me. I do give the people who see my videos a lot to think about, a lot to reflect on, with the objective to enhance your self-awareness. Get to know yourself at a deeper level. What's in your mindset? What do you believe? What's getting in the way? What's causing the stress? And things like that. One thing I have not done in any of my prior videos is give the people a test. Tests are for schools and colleges just like me. You have had enough tests. So that's the last thing I would want to do. That's why it is so very hard for me to say this now, as you can tell from my face. I have a test for you. And I know you heard this before, but this test is different. This is a fun test. Oh yeah? Well, let's go ahead and get it over with. It'll go very fast. Two parts to the test. First thing you want to do is, depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed, identify your index finger. That's the index finger for right hand. That's the index finger for left hand. And that's not the test. That is you need to know your index finger so you can point in the right direction that I ask you to. And I can see where you're pointing. Okay, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Point to your brain. Good show. Wow. Didn't take any time. Immediately you went for the brain. Part 2 of the test. And this is much simpler. On the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Point to your mind. I'm seeing some uncertainty. Not sure where it is. It's taken longer than the previous one on the brain. Anyway, the point has been made. Thank you very much. The test is over. Take a deep sigh of relief. The point of this fun test was to make a point about the brain and the mind. And let me share some information that comes from Dr. William B. Salt, who studied the mind-body-spirit connection with regards to his medical practice. And here's what Dr. Salt says. Brain and mind are not the same. Your brain is part of the visible, tangible world of the body. Your mind is part of the invisible, transcendent world of thought, feeling, attitude, belief, and imagination. Your mind has tremendous power over all bodily systems. Makes sense to me. Let's take a look at the specific differences. The brain is a physical thing, while the mind is a mental thing. Physical things are real things that can be touched and seen, rather than ideas or spoken words. The brain is made up of blood vessels and nerve cells. The mind, on the other hand, is not made up of any cells and is hypothetical. Hypothetical is speculative or conjectural, as compared to being actual and factual. The brain is visible, tangible, and can be scanned, imaged, and treated medically. The mind is invisible and intangible, cannot be scanned or imaged. Finally, the brain coordinates movement, feelings, and different functions of the body. The mind refers to a person's conscience, understanding, and thought processes. There's something very different about thinking of something we consider very basic, namely our existence. But thinking about that evokes philosophical and metaphysical thoughts that can take us to a deeper level in our quest to understand the human mind. Uniqueness of human mind. Rene Descartes the French philosopher, mathematician, and scientist, with his famous observation, "I think, therefore I am," provided a philosophical proof of existence based on the fact that someone capable of any form of thought necessarily exists. Ability to think about thinking may be the critical attribute that distinguishes us as human beings from all other species. Animals can certainly think about danger when they sense it and to avoid it, or to think about the next meal, but not much beyond. We have self-awareness to reflect on our existence in life and ponder what's next. No such ability in animals. We are capable of abstract thought. Abstract thinking is the ability to consider concepts beyond what we observe physically in reality. Most animals have brains with some thinking capacity. The human mind, though, is a human privilege. Powerful thoughts to reflect upon and internalize. Stephen Hawking, physicist and cosmologist who suffered from a rare, fatal neurodegenerative disease that ravaged his body, and including his brain, yet his mind roamed the cosmos. And in the quote at the bottom, he states, "In my opinion, there is no aspect of reality beyond the reach of the human mind." Stephen Hawking should know about the human mind. He uses mind extensively where his body failed him completely. So what is the power of the mind? The mind is a major source of health issues such as anxiety, loneliness, depression, stress, mood disorders, suicide, violence, and more. Unlike the brain, the mind cannot be treated medically. Who knows your mind best? You do. Others can help, but only through you and your self-awareness. There's an undeniable mind-body connection. Muhammad Ali, regarded as the world's greatest athlete, famously describes his boxing style as float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali stated, and I quote, "If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it." It starts with a desire or passion in the mind. A reflection question for you. What is your one passion in life? So how do you address the health issues caused by the program in the mind? You open the window to the mind. That's how. Self-esteem, a window to your mind. Mental health issues unaddressed over time show up as low self-esteem. Similarly, low self-esteem shows up in behaviors such as feeling hopeless or worthless, hating yourself, worrying about being a failure, etc. And over time, they lead to mental health issues. The mind and self-esteem are intertwined. Low self-esteem can create mental health issues, and a healthy self-esteem can heal the mind and the body. That is the power of self-esteem. And leveraging that power to help yourself is what this discussion is all about. That just about wraps it up for me for this discussion. There has been a lot for you to think about and reflect upon to enhance your self-awareness. Thank you for allowing me to once again share a part of your life journey as you watch this video and process the discussion. I welcome your questions, your comments, and your feedback. I will look forward to seeing you again in our next module. In the meantime, you take care. You have a great day. Goodbye.